Here's the thing. Motorsport on the whole right now is in a very precarious situation. Many series are on the cusp of significant regulation changes, and COVID-19 isn't really making things easy. This is a fact that has been reinforced by the announcement that the core autosport-run Porsche factory GTLM program in IMSA would be discontinued at the end of 2020. This puts the future of GTLM into an uncertain state. With the Ford GT program ending at the end of last year, GTLM was left with 3 full-time manufacturers, with the occasional appearance of Risi Competizione's Ferrari. With Porsche gone, it'll mean that only Corvette and BMW will be the full-time GTLM manufacturers in the game, and BMW is still an if, more or less, for the future seasons. While the European equivalent of the category, GTE, is doing reasonably well in both Pro and AM guises, as Porsche will be remaining in that series at the present time, the recent news has brought the future of the category into question. Many have theorized that the departure from GTLM may be because Porsche is gearing up for an LMDH effort. However, the head of Porsche Motorsport, Fritz Enzinger, told Sportscar 365 that the resulting financial crisis due to COVID-19 was a major factor in the decision. This means that while Porsche are evaluating LMDH, a program may not happen at all. Regardless of the potential fate of the LMDH program, many are now calling for GT Convergence due to the recent poor health of GTLM. This would involve GTE/LM being effectively replaced by GT3. We then could be left with GT3 Pro and GT3 Pro AM. The GT3 Pro cars would be the factory-backed cars and would effectively replace GTLM and GTE Pro, while the GT3 AM class would be the Pro AM lineup and replace GTE AM in the WEC, and just the entire GTE class in the ELMS. The GT3 Pro cars would also be modified slightly so that they would be faster than the AM cars. There is an article on Sportscar 365 that I'll link in the description which explains how this would all work, and also it would probably explain it better than I could. But I'm just adding my sort of 2 cents on it. Basically, GT3 is a much healthier formula than GTE/LM. By my count, correct me if I'm wrong, 15 cars are actively being used in the formula, with a total of 51 cars having been homologated for the formula throughout its history. GT3 cars are also used all over the world in various series, including the IMSA Weathertech Sportscar Championship, the Asian Le Mans Series, the various versions of the GT World Challenge Series, national GT championships such as the Australian GT Championship, and various other championships across the globe. Whereas only 6 cars, 7 if you count Keating's Ford GT, are actively used in the LMGTE formula across the globe. Furthermore, LMGTE is only eligible to compete in 3 series across the globe, being the IMSA Weathertech Sportscar Championship, the World Endurance Championship, and the European Le Mans Series. What this would mean for the casual sports car fan would be Lamborghini Huracans, Mercedes-AMG GTs, and Lexus RCFs, as well as other racing cars that are eligible for GT3 competing at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. What I have read so far certainly makes a compelling argument for GT Convergence. It certainly wouldn't be a bad thing to have more manufacturers racing at Le Mans. It would also be a lot cheaper for teams, meaning that GT racing would be a more compelling option for racing in an international multi-class sports car racing series than it previously has been. Given the current global and motorsport climate, it may be the only option to save the idea of a top-flight GT category. Such is the nature of motorsport in 2020 that what was regarded as one of the most competitive and exciting categories in racing may be on the chopping block. And that's going to do it from me. What do you think of the idea of GT Convergence? Do you like the idea of LMGTE? Do you like GT3? Do you think a Porsche LMDH program will happen? Comment below. I do actually read all the comments and will most likely respond to you, so you may as well say something. I should explain that it has taken me a while to get around to this story, as well, due to all the Project Cars 3 news, and it was only a comment from Kids Love F1 that reminded me that I really should shed some light on this story. Anyway, all the socials are in the description below, including the TCR Instagram, Twitter, and Discord server. Please go click those links if you haven't already done so. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.